Well, this property's, we've only owned it for about 5.5 years. So prior to owning this place, we farmed at Pinnaroo. We've still got a farm at Pinnaroo. That's where the stud originated. It's where my father and grandfather originated from. And yeah, as a family, we've moved down here 3 years ago and made this home. Our stud, Glenlea Park, is our core business, breeding rams, and every year we prepare rams for shows and field days, and we didn't have a ram shed as such on the property. We were ram sheds at Pinnaroo, but needed a ram shed, and we thought if we're going to the expense of putting up a ram shed, we'd love, in an ideal world, to put up a set of sheep yards that adjoin the ram shed, which are fully undercover. We can work in any weather, run the rams out of the shed and do whatever we need to do, or show people the rams, all fully undercover, aware that this was probably likely to be my last time building a set of sheep yards, and I wanted to do it right. Make sure that it was a facility that was actually enjoyable to work in. Yeah, so when we moved down to this property, well, as I said, we bought it 5.5 years ago. There was no very little shedding on the property, and as this is a loosen, flood irrigation loosened property, we wanted to cut loosen hay. And so our first thought was, if we're going to cut high quality loosen hay, it was important to keep it undercover. And that was the first time we contacted Action Steel for a quote, along with numerous other companies, and we evaluated the quotes and eventually went with Action Steel. And they built our first hay shed on this property, and we were really happy with the quality, and everything about the whole process was really good to work with Action Steel. The pricing was extremely competitive, and when we looked through in detail at the quote, we actually felt we were getting more shed for the money we were spending than some of the other brands. Yeah, well, when we decided to build this shed, we again contacted a few different companies, but we'd had a really good experience with Action Steel, as I said, with the hay shed. So contacted Action, and it was during those COVID years, so it was complicated. But found Action Steel very, very prompt. You know, they listened to what my needs were. They were able to design it to my needs and come back to me in a fairly short time frame with a design and a quote. So that was a big plus. And again, Action's quote was very, very competitive, and I knew what I was getting. So it was quite a simple decision to go ahead again with Action. I have, and will continue to recommend Action Steel, at least for people to contact Action and get a quote and compare. Not only dollars and cents is only half the equation, but compare the make and quality of build. I'd recommend Action Steel to anyone.